Hotel Planner Tour continues its journey through the United Arab Emirates this week as we arrive in Al Ain for the second leg of the UAE swing. This week, the spotlight shifts to the Al Ain Equestrian Shooting and Golf Club. Since opening in 2007, this venue has grown into one of the UAE's premier destinations for both golfers and leisure seekers alike. And after Renato Paratore powered to victory in Ajman, another Italian was looking to make his mark this time.
Ciak, giriamo. Allora, Champ, sei pronto per questa settimana?
Eh sì, molto. Forse anche te hai giocato bene?
I really like the Italian guys, I can say, so listening to their advice.
Fai vedere il tuo nuovo qui. Queste.
Queste...
È veramente brutto, però serve.
Whenever we had the chance to talk, it's like, for me, it's every time a pleasure to hear what they have to say. Morning.
Yes, born in 2000, Italian Filippo Celli is our man in the spotlight this week.
Are you planning to make an Italian food this week or no? Like pasta or something? Oh, yeah.
And by comparison to some, he came to the game late.
It's because of my dad that I'm playing golf, because I was playing. And I started when I was 13. Thank you very much. When I was a kid, I did a lot of sports, almost every sport, like swim, tennis, rugby, soccer, ski. Everything that I could do, I did.
But eventually, it was golf that stole Celli's heart. And it's fair to say the Italian enjoyed a stellar amateur career, crowned when he scooped the silver medal at the 150th Open Championship at St Andrews.
For me, it was the first time comparing myself to these big names. Not just playing at the major was a dream, but playing the practice round with Rory was something that I will never forget in my life, so it was so cool. He asked me Filippo, can I join you for the last holes? And I said, first of all, I look at my coach, say, how did he know my name? And the second thing, I say, oh my God, yeah, obviously. I grew up watching him play golf. I told him this week, I know that I'm playing a good golf, but I just want to enjoy, because it's like a dream come true for me playing in a major championship. So he ended up winning the silver medal, so I couldn't ask for a better stage. I achieved a lot of great things as an amateur. I couldn't ask, I think, for more. I was very happy. It's not easy to compare, obviously, an amateur career and a professional career.
Yes, with the silver medal among the more prestigious awards in the amateur game, it can add just a little pressure. Celli would go on to earn a card for the 2024 DP World Tour season, but as his form faded towards the back end of the campaign, so did his status.
I'm feeling very lucky, so this is just a game, obviously, in my life. I want to give everything to this game, but I have to also think about the really important thing outside the golf course. That's why when I'm on the course, I try to enjoy everything, because I feel very lucky, and that's the main goal. Obviously, another main goal for this year, to go outside with a positive attitude and be on the present, enjoy every moment, and see what is going to happen at the end of the year.
So, with a new mindset and hopefully better days ahead, it was time for Celli to put it to the test and get his latest event underway.
Next on the tee from Italy, Filippo Celli.
Playing with the previous week's champion and fellow countryman Paratore, Filippo did his best to get off to a fast start. However, things proved difficult with an early bogey in windy conditions. A bounce-back birdie at 4 kept the fire in his belly flickering, but not for long. Missed opportunity followed missed opportunity, and it started to feel like one of those days. The Italian had to dig deep and gather his thoughts. A good birdie on 14 was then followed by another bogey on the next. And he would find himself in the clubhouse at a level par 70 and tied 62nd.
You have to be patient, especially whenever it's windy like that, because it can happen like that. If you are not focusing every time, the score is gonna go over very easily in this condition. So I handled pretty good, I'm happy.
With an earlier start to his second round and the wind not quite so strong, Celli bid to make it count. And it was a steady start for our Italian. Pars for the first few holes. And then the birdie dropped. Into the red numbers he went. Despite doing his best to maintain the momentum, after further gains, there were errors too. Frustration began to get the better of him once more. Whilst Filippo was fighting the course, Frenchman Robin C.O. Segrist was getting the better of it. His second round 65, enough to take top spot heading to the weekend. So with Celli entering his final 9, he needed to conjure up something special to get over the cut line. And he did. Putts started to drop, the pressure started to ease. Celli would go on to shoot a second round 67 to tie 33rd at the halfway mark.
Under par is always good and positive. I have a bit of remorse, same as yesterday. I struggle a bit on the greens, but another week, another weekend, so I'm just see the positive thing and try to beat the greens tomorrow.
Coming up, 2 Englishmen swap the fairways for the football pitch with a kickabout at the Hazza bin Zayed Stadium. And we discover who emerged at the top of the pile at the Abu Dhabi Challenge. We'll see you after the break. Welcome back to Al Ain and the second leg of the UAE golf swing on the Hotel Planator. At the midway mark of the Abu Dhabi Challenge, Robin C.O. Segrist was flying the flag for France at the top, but looking to go back-to-back, the previous week's winner Renato Paratore was among a cluster of players well within reach of the lead. So who would hold their nerve? Who would fold under pressure? Talking us through a potentially compelling moving day, Josh Antman.
Best result of the season last week for Chase Hanna at the UAE Challenge. Kept the form going here. This was a birdie at 1. He would settle for a third round 67. Tied 7th going into Sunday. Last week's winner going well once again. That Friday 63 vaulted him up the leaderboard. First birdie of the day came here at the 4th from downtown for Paratore, and there was plenty more to come. Another American going well was Davis Bryan. Faultless 63 in round 2. Saw him make a big move. He'd already birdied the 3rd and 7th on Saturday, and this approach at 9 led to another chance for Bryan. The top 10 in Delhi a month ago for the American, and he was just outside the top 25 last week, so in form. Hold this for birdie, and a 65 on Saturday, and just 2 back heading into the final round. Garrick Porteous started the day with 2 bogeys at 2 and 4, but came roaring back with birdies at 6 and 7, and then he finished his front 9 in style with a birdie at 9 to be out in 34. Good signs for the defending champion. Paratore, though, was in red-hot form. His 5th birdie of the day came at the 10th. He looked like a hard man to beat once again. There's the fist pump from Paratore. It was a quiet day for the overnight leader, Robin C.O. Siegrist. A great approach here at 10. It was his 4th at the par 5, so only a par for the Frenchman. He actually parred his last 11 holes, still only 2 back heading in to the final day. After the birdie at 9, Porteous picked up shots at 10 and 13. Fantastic approach there into 14 to give him another chance to pick up a shot. Perfect conditions on Saturday for the players. Hot though, some of the fans needed a few umbrellas to keep themselves cool. Porteous was cool himself, made the birdie, and he would jump to the top of the leaderboard. Those early bogeys, a thing of the past. Birdie at 14 was his 6th of the day. There was no let up for Paratore. This was at his final hole of the day. Almost an eagle, but a birdie would send him to the top of the leaderboard, a place he's very familiar with at the moment. Sebastian Garcia lost his DP World Tour card last season and no real sign of form this year, but was going well in Abu Dhabi. Needed this to drop to join Paratore at 13 under par, but he'd settle for a 68 and be in the penultimate group on Sunday. Porteous had birdied the 18th on the first 2 days, and he had an eagle effort to finish with on Saturday. Wasn't to be there. A lot of flipping and flopping between the DP World Tour and the Hotel Planet Tour for Porteous, but he likes this place, the defending champion. A birdie for Porteous to finish his Saturday, and he would take a 1-shot lead heading into Sunday.
I'm really excited. I got my wife on my bag. She came up last night, so still a pretty relaxed atmosphere, and we're having fun on the course, and it's just great to share these moments together.
Yes, a brilliant return display from the defending champion so far. JC Ritchie was having another good run, and the previous week's champion Paratore was very much in the mix again, just 1 shot back from Porteous. Now, Al Ain is a city with a real passion for sport. One great source of pride is Al Ain FC, founded in 1968, and the most successful football club in UAE history. And to give a couple of our English Hotel Planet Tour players a break from the fairways, we took them for a kickabout at the Hazard bin Zayed Stadium, Al Ain's home ground. Before swapping their golf polos for football shirts, they sampled the atmosphere and took a tour behind the scenes at a place where many a title has been won in the last 56 years.
Okay, nice. Full name, so
Yeah. Going for Shearer number 9. Yep, found Shearer. Have to hone her skills again now.
can't be on the last time I played football.
Yeah. Oh, let's go there. Go do it, man.
I think we're going to take some free kicks and show the world just how rubbish golfers are at other sports and how good footballers are at football. Very happy with that one, yeah.
Yeah, just to walk into a stadium is really cool. Beautiful stadium. It felt quite primal, you know, from playing football when I was a kid. Just when you get out onto a pitch like this with the ball, you just want to have a kick around, and yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it. It was really cool.
Great. Coming here, great experience, and even pinged a few in the net. So yeah, I'll definitely be signing up for a season ticket.
I love coming to the UAE. The weather's amazing, golf courses are great, people are fantastic. It's always a really nice couple of weeks when you come to the UAE.
Some silky skills on show, but time now to switch back from football boots to golf spikes with a return to more familiar territory. Al Ain Equestrian Shooting and Golf Club for the final day's drama at the Abu Dhabi Challenge. With his rivals circling, could Garrick Porteous successfully defend his title?
Our feature player this week, Filippo Celli, was saving his best round for last. 3 under up to this point. On 12, trying to kick that one in for birdie. Been staying with fellow Italian Renato Paratore for the week. Maybe some of last week's winner's form rubbing off on Celli on Sunday. He would tap in for par here, a final round of 65. And that shot him up the leaderboard into a tie for 29th. A great start on Sunday for the man from Aurora, Colorado, Davis Bryant. Just 3 bogeys over the first 3 days for him. A birdie the opening hole. He'd be a danger on Sunday. Christopher Bring was 1 over for the day when he stepped up to the 4th tee. Drivable par 4, the 4th. Some tee shot that is from the Dane. He would go on to make eagle there and finish the day in a tie for 11th. Scotland's David Law was having a day to remember on Sunday. He was out in 29, and this at 10 was for 4 birdies in a row. Started the day in 34th, and now look at him on the leaderboard, tied for the lead at this point. Tied for the lead alongside Sebastian Garcia. He was out in 33, no mistakes on the card up to this point. And his 3rd shot at the par 5 10th set up a birdie for the Spaniard and will take him into the lead on his own. Steady stuff from last week's winner on the front 9, 2 birdies, no bogeys. He hit the green in 2 on 10, lagged his first putt to there, and he would now take the outright lead. No top 20 all season. Now he's looking for back-to-back wins. Huge putt this from David Law at 18. What a round of golf that was. 61. And now sitting at the top of the leaderboard, and he now have a long way in the clubhouse. Paratore dropped a shot at 11 to fall out of the lead, but a great bounce back with this huge birdie putt at 12 to join Law at the top of the leaderboard. It was a disappointing day for the overnight leader Garrick Porteous. This was at 12. Kind of summed up his day really. Horrible lip out there. And a final round of 73 for Porteous, which would eventually see him in a tie for 11th. Still a decent week for the defending champion. Bryant at 16, 14 under par at this point. This was for birdie at the par 4, walking in. Huge putt from Bryant. Couldn't find anything on the remaining 2 holes. Final round of 67 and solo 4th. Garcia on the final green. He needed this to join Paratore and Law at 16 under par. What a putt from Garcia, and a bogey-free 66. He would now have to wait alongside Law to see if it would go to extra holes. Bogey on 14 was once again balanced out with a birdie at 15 for Paratore. He had this for eagle, 2 putts for the win for the Italian. A superb first effort there. A sensational final round really from Paratore, under a lot of pressure looking to go back to back. Fans watching on. Housemate Filippo Celli, all thumbs up from him. Fellow Italian Scalise Ortolani, all there, watching on. And Paratore had this for the win. An incredible couple of weeks for Renato Paratore on the Hotel Planator. He goes back to back, and you wouldn't put it past him to make it a hat-trick next time out.
Yes, a remarkable Middle Eastern double from Paratore. The Prosecco, or at least the sparkling water, was on him again. All round, the Italians fully enjoyed themselves, with Stefano Mazzoli in the frame and tied 5th. David Law's impressive 4th round 61 bagged him a tie for 2nd, alongside Sebastian Garcia, but flourishing in the sun once more, and a back-to-back winner in the UAE. It's Renato Paratore.
Well, feel amazing. I still can't believe it. I fought until the end to make 2 birdie the last 4 holes. I'm really, really happy.
So let's see how all of that affects the road to Mallorca rankings. And another perfect week from Paratore sees him now tucked into 2nd spot behind Daniel Van Tonder, and David Law suddenly prominent inside the top 10. Celli, Mazzoli, Garcia and Bryant were all upwardly mobile too, and Lars van Meel is hanging in there in 20th place after 8 events. And that's a wrap on the Hotel Planator's UAE swing, where Renato reigns supreme again. We'll head to Europe for the Challenge d'Espagne next, as the race for promotion to the DP World Tour continues.